Hey everyone, welcome to part 4 of this Crisis Core Reunion Trophy Guide. There's a lot to do in Chapter 4, so let's dive right into it.
Tell me what happened.
Mom? I want to help out a friend, but I don't know how I can do it.
Hello?
Mom?
Hello? Hooray!
Heaven?
Not quite. It's a church.
An angel?
No, I'm Aerith. You fell from the sky.
Huh?
Scared me.
So you saved me, huh?
Not really. Hello? That's all I did.
Thank you so much, Aerith. I'm Zach. I have to repay you somehow.
Don't worry about it.
No. Aha. Hey, how about one date?
What is that? Don't be silly. Stop! Don't step on the flowers.
Excuse me?
Normally, people are more careful with flowers.
Well, I guess I'm not normal. Oh. You don't see a lot of flowers in Midgar. They're like luxury items around here.
They only grow here. Although, I planted some outside my house too.
If I were you, I'd sell them. Midgar is full of flowers, your wallet's full of money.
Midgar full of flowers. Wallet full of money? Never thought of it that way.
Aerith has been added to the DMW along with her Limit Break healing wave that not only heals us but can make us invulnerable to attacks. The first thing that we want to do is actually turn around, and we're going to run to this back corner here for a treasure chest. We'll open that up and we will get 2 ethers. Now there's going to be a save point that's right in between these church pews, so let's go over here. We want to start tackling some of those side missions, and we're going to clear out a whole bunch of them in this episode. We'll start with mission 3-1-3, eliminate the copies. This mission's pretty easy and it's also very short. We're actually going to do this one 2 times, one now and one a little bit later on, and there's a very particular reason for that. We're going to do a lot of these side missions, and you will find all of them listed out in the description. In the chapter section, they will all be time-stamped for you, and we can blow through a lot of these very quickly, but some of them are very important for unlocking certain summons that we need to get. So you will want to do all of these ones, and we'll also be going all the way up through 30% mission completion by the end of this video. So you'll definitely want to follow along, make sure you do all of them. Some are very easy like this mission, and some are a little bit more difficult, and I'll give you good strategies for those more difficult ones to be certain. Now that the first mission is over, just clearing out the enemies with a couple of Fyras, we're going to go over to mission 3-1-4 called Destroy the Death Machines. In this one, we have to take out numerous of these big machines, so all you have to do is to take them out using their elemental weaknesses. Makes it pretty easy for you. The first cutter machine right in front of us, he is weak to Thundara, so feel free to hit him with those things, and then we're going to move on to the next one, which is just a short ways ahead. We're going to now move straight ahead, and then we're going to go over toward the right side after we pick up the treasure chest with the X potion. We'll be going around here to find this other enemy, and there is another treasure chest here as well with a high potion. This enemy is going to be weak to the Blizzard spell, so hit him with some Blizzaras, and just a few of those will be enough to take him down. Once he's dead, we're just going to go through this little bridge section over toward the other side, and another enemy is right ahead of us. This is the last one that we have to take out. It's a slot machine. He doesn't have any particular weaknesses, so we'll just hit him with some firas and he'll go down in no time, and this mission will be over. As a reward, we're going to pick up a Vitality Up Materia. Now let's go into the next mission. It's mission 3-1-5 called Eliminate the Death Machines. Let's start by moving forward, and the enemy is straight ahead of us here. We're just going to run over here and we'll take out 3 enemies. There is the same type of enemies that we just fought, so you'll want to use the same basic tactics, only now we have to do it all at the same time. So we do have the one that is weak to ice and the weak to electricity or thunder magic, and then the one that's not really weak to anything at all. Luckily, you might be able to get the no MP cost to activate, and that will make things a lot simpler for you. Beware the missiles that launch out of the slot machine. Other than that, you should be able to get through this without any problems. Just keep your distance from the other ones and they'll go down pretty quickly, and that will be the end of that mission. We got some Mithril Gloves as our reward, and now we're going to move on to the next mission. That's all the ones that we can do for that branch right now. So we're going to go over into another one of the mission branches. We'll go down to Mission 5, that's the Hojo's Laboratory section, -1-3, called Experiment Number 103. What we have to do is to go toward the enemy. They're pretty far away. We have to do a lot of winding through this section here in this building. We're just going to hug the corners as best we can to try to avoid combat. If you do get into a fight, you can either fight them, they're pretty simple here, or just simply escape and get away from them. And now we're going to continue moving along the path, just hugging these walls all the way around. The better job you do of hugging the walls, the less likely you are to get into a fight. Eventually we'll head down the ramp here and we'll see the enemy waiting for us at the back. We've seen these kind of guys before inside the Mako reactor, and they're pretty simple to take care of as well. We're just going to hit them with both the Fyra spell and Blizzara, and they'll all go down very quickly for us. So once these guys are done, then the mission will be over. We'll collect our reward and get out of here. We get the lightning ring as a reward, and now let's dive into the next mission. Let's open up the missions and we'll go down. It looks like we're missing one from the mission 6 category. However, this is a 5-star mission, so we're going to skip it for right now, and we're going to move on to another one that's a little bit easier. So we'll look at mission 7-2-1, Search and Destroy, which is a rank 3-star mission, and we'll get a special item called an Item Fusion Tome, which will be useful for us. Let's continue along the path. We'll go over toward the left side when we begin, and then just go all the way around, hugging that left wall. We can pick up this treasure chest for a high potion, and then just continue forward. We're going to maybe get into a battle with some enemies here. I'm just going to quickly escape from them, and we're going to continue on toward the left. We're going to pick up another treasure chest here, and it will be a remedy. We'll continue down the path, hugging that left side wall, and you'll see another one of those Genesis-like enemies straight ahead of us. He's accompanied by a sweeper, which is very weak to Thundara, so we'll hit him with that a couple times just to take him out, and then it's just another one of those basic G Eraser enemies that we fought before a couple times. So let's go ahead, spam that Fyra, and take him out. You shouldn't have too much of a problem with it. You might take a little bit of damage, but you can always just heal up from that, and the battle will be over in just a few seconds. When that's done, you do get the Item Fusion Tome, and you will also get a little bit of a summary here where we can fuse items in Materia Fusion. So let's go ahead and get out of that mission, and we will be met with a tutorial here saying that we'll be able to add items when performing Materia fusion, which will just unlock different parameters for us. So we will continue to get new things like the Fat Chocobo Feather through completing missions, and we can integrate those into Materia fusion. We're not going to do it now, but we will probably be looking at that in a little while. Let's do mission 7-2-2, Search and Destroy 2. We are back inside the Shinra building. We just have to run straight ahead, and we're going to hug the right side wall as we go around, and then we will continue to go over toward the right side. We'll duck into this little cove here and then continue the path around. And you'll see there's another one of those big metal spiders, so let's go over toward it, and then we're going to get into a fight with him. He isn't very difficult. We fought these guys a few times already. Just as a reminder, stay toward the back of them so you're able to hit their weak point and get all those nice critical hits. You do want to stay away from it when it uses its super EM field that will drain your health very quickly. Just stay mobile when it tries to use things like its spider web, because that will try to stop you. Don't be in the front of it because it can hit you pretty strong with its normal attack using its two kind of pincer claws in the front. It'll try to stab you with those and do lots of damage, or it can use its rifles on its arms to damage you from the front. So just keep circling around toward the back, doing damage, and this fight won't take terribly long. It's got more health than what we were used to fighting some of these enemies, but ultimately by focusing on hitting those criticals, you're able to take them out very quickly. Well, I just so happened to get the Bahamut summon, so let's go ahead and use Mega Flare. Well, Arachno is down, we completed the mission, and we get a new very important item called the Keychain, which is nice because it allows us to equip up to 3 different accessories. In the course of all of these missions that we're doing in this episode, we're actually going to get another item called a Backpack, which will allow us to equip up to 4 accessories. Let's go into the next mission, which is mission 7-2-3, called Operation Mako Reactor 1. Just a quick note about those summons that we have. They work a little bit differently than the limit breaks when we're trying to get their proficiency all the way up. Limit breaks require you to use them multiple times, but the summons only require you to do it one time before it gets up to 100% proficiency. So as long as you use them each one time, that's what we need to go for 100% completion against all of the DMW images. We're almost done with this mission already. We'll just continue running along the path until we get to the end where we see this beetle-looking enemy waiting for us. He's joined by some friends. There are some bizarre bugs. They're the weaker versions of this. And there's also going to be the King Scarab, which is a little bit stronger. Just keep your distance from these guys, hit them with magic, and you can burn them down really quickly, and that battle will be over. As a reward, we pick up a Thunder Armlet. Let's go into the next mission. It is mission 7-2-4, and this one is called Operation Mako Reactor 2. It's a 5-star mission, so it's a little bit more difficult than the last one, but we should be able to handle it no problem. We'll continue along the path toward the right. We can immediately pick up one of these treasure chests, and it has a Mind Stone ×8 in there. And then we're going to go across the bridge and then over toward the left side as we run around. We're getting close to our objective already. We just have to turn the corner, and then we're going to see another treasure chest here that we can pick up. It's going to be another MP stone times 8. There's an enemy up ahead here, and we're going to take him out. These guys can be a little bit tough, especially that Death Claw can do a lot of damage to us, but it is weak to our Fire spell, so let's keep hitting him with that. You do not want to give these gargoyles a chance to act because they can erect barriers and things, and we don't really want that to happen. It's just going to slow some things down, and they can hit pretty hard as well. But if you keep hitting them repeatedly with attacks, you can interrupt a lot of that. So now let's just get in their face, and we're going to keep attacking to interrupt them. If we need to, we're going to roll out of the way, and then we should be able to take this guy out without him doing too much damage to us. For completing this mission, we get a dragon armlet, a very useful accessory that we will be equipping in a little while. We just unlocked another mission, but we're not going to do that one right now. Instead, we're going to go down to mission 8-4-1. This is called Suspicious Male 1, and it will grant us a chocobo feather, which will add chocobo to our summon reel, or our DMW. Let's start just by running along the fence toward the right hand side. We'll go right outside, and then we'll continue along toward the right. There's going to be a treasure chest waiting back here, and you can see our target in the background. He's just hopping away over there. So we're going to go over there and pick a fight with him. We just have to hit these guys with a little bit of ice magic. They are completely immune to fire magic, so don't even try that. Instead, use 1 or 2 Blazzaras to take them out, and when we're done, we're going to get a short cutscene.
Alright, looks like that's the last of the monsters. Now, where's that treasure? Ah, found it!
1. For wanting treasures kept secret.
Ugh.
2. To deliver dreams to her homeland. 3. Make way, cause here she comes. I'm the treasure princess. Hear me roar!
Hey, you're that weird kid I met in Wutai.
Sucker! What were you expecting, you soldier perv?
What? I'm no sucker, and I'm certainly no perv. My name is Zach. So, what are you, lost or something? You want me to take you home?
I'm not lost! I'm here to take your treasure, all of it, for the glory of Wutai! Get ready!
Hey, why don't you just admit that you're lost? Be honest.
Treasure quest failed.
Wait, I made her cry? Did I do something wrong? Should I have humored her little game a bit more? Also, who the heck is she?
After the cutscene, we get the Chocobo Feather, which will add Chocobo to the DMW along with the Limit Break Chocobo Stomp. That will complete the mission, and every time we complete one of these Yuffie missions, we get a mail from her. It's called Treasure Princess, and we get a new mission unlocked. So let's go ahead and check out the next one. This is going to be mission 8-4-2. Called Suspicious Male 2. It's another 2-star rank mission, very simple for us to take care of, so let's do that. What we're going to do is to run forward, hugging the left side wall, and that will take us around a corner here. Now we're going to continue along the left side all the way toward the end of this area, where we can then turn left and keep going around toward the left. Just keep circling the whole way around. Eventually you'll turn toward the right, and then that will take you to where the enemy is waiting for us. It's just 3 of these bat eyes. They're very simple to take out. They like to use the blizzard spell, so just make sure that you roll out of the way after that big ice crystal shows up, and then take out the enemies using some fire magic.
Alright, looks like that's the last of the monsters. Now, where's that treasure? Ah, found it!
Zoom, 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 zoom! Ha! Zoom, 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 zoom!
Yeah! She got me.
After the cutscene, we get a barrier materia, which is very important for completing another mission that we have been skipping thus far. Now that that's done, we do get another mail from Treasure Princess, as well as unlock mission 8-4-3. So let's go ahead and jump into that one. It is called Suspicious Mail 3. It's a 3-star rank, also not very difficult for us. Let's start by running ahead a little bit toward the outside of the main path. That's just a way to avoid some of the fights along the way. And then we're going to cross over toward the left. There's a treasure chest hiding behind the rock here. You can grab the Osmos materia from it, and then proceed over toward the side where we can grab another treasure chest with an ether. Now we just have to make a run for the boss waiting for us. Not much of a boss really, just more of the same things that we've already fought. The trap bomb-looking enemies are weak to Blizzara. They'll go down in about one hit, and the Bat Eye goes down with a couple Fyras.
Alright, looks like that's the last of the monsters. Now, where's that treasure? Ah, found it! What? Seriously? She got me.
After the cutscene, we get Kate Sith's megaphone. This will add Kate Sith to the DMW along with the Limit Break Courage boost. That will conclude the mission, so let's get out of here and then go on to the next one. We're going to now get another mail from Treasure Princess, as well as mission 8-4-4, so let's dive into that one. It's a little bit more difficult at a 4-star, and it's called Suspicious Mail 4. Let's start by going forward. I went to the right, but on second thought, I would probably just stick toward the left-hand side. It'll make it a little bit easier to avoid that enemy. But we're going to just escape from this battle without fighting him, and then follow the path around, just hugging the walls as we go. Eventually, we want to turn over toward the right-hand side, where we're going to find a treasure chest here. We can open that up to grab an elixir, and now we'll head down to the bottom part of this area. We'll see another one of those big mechanical enemies waiting for us, so let's run over there and fight him. We do have to take out a G Diver, but just a few Fyras will take care of him. And then the Crazy Saw is weak to Thundara, so we can hit him a few times with that. He'll be done, and we'll get another cutscene with Yuffie.
Alright, looks like that's the last of the monsters. Now, where's that treasure? Ah, found it! Whoa, not again! Ugh, little brat.
This time we are rewarded with the Moogle's Amulet, and that's going to add Moogle to the DMW along with the Moogle Power Limit Break. That mission's over. We're going to get another mail from Treasure Princess, as well as mission 8-4-5, so let's go ahead and check that one out. This one is called Suspicious Mail 5, another 4-star ranked mission. Down in the caves, we're going to start by going over toward the left-hand side, running around here. Didn't quite go far enough into that corner, so I did get into a fight, but luckily we can escape that one pretty easily. We'll continue along the path, and we're going to go all the way to the end, and then turn toward the right. There's going to be a treasure chest on our left when we enter the next area that contains the Mountain Chocobo Armlet, and there's going to be a bridge that we want to cross here. Once we get across here, we'll grab the treasure chest on this side, and it's going to contain the Fyraga materia. Let's run forward a little bit, and we'll see these floating dorky faces. These guys can be a little bit tough. I would suggest trying to keep them close together and hitting them with a Salt Twister. You can do a good amount of damage to them. You'll run out of MP pretty fast if you try to attack them that way, but a couple Assault Twisters and they'll go down altogether.
Alright, looks like that's the last of the monsters. Now, where's that treasure? Ah, found it! Gotcha! Oh, That little brat! She thinks because I feel bad for making her cry, she can do whatever? Next time I see her, she's gonna pay.
For completing this mission, we get the Magic Up Plus Materia. Just like the other missions, we are awarded with another mission as well as a mail from Treasure Princess. We'll go down to the new mission. It's mission 8-4-6, the last one in this line. It's a 5-star mission called Suspicious Mail 6. Let's continue on straight ahead as we hug the right wall. That's going to take us around toward the left-hand side. We'll keep going along this path, and then eventually we're going to kind of wind our way over toward the right side. We can avoid many enemies in this area just by hugging the right side wall all the way around. And then we are going to get a treasure chest on the right side past those rocks. We get an X potion from that one, and then we're going to go around and fight this big red enemy here. Now he looks a little bit hard, but he's actually quite easy because of how slow he is. We're just going to always stay toward his backside. His two main attacks are trying to either go over toward his left hand side and try to ram you that way, or to attack you from the front. And he also has this bad odor spell or ability that allows him to attack directly in front of him. So as long as you stay behind him and toward his right side, he won't be able to hit you at all. It's a very easy fight. He just has a lot of health, so it does take a little while to get through. You might be getting some limit breaks through here, which is pretty nice. We always want to get those things, especially on these longer fights with enemies with a lot more health. Or you might be able to get a summon that we haven't had yet. So let's just continue getting through this fight, and then it'll be over and we will get our cutscene and our reward.
Alright, looks like that's the last of the monsters. Now, where's that treasure? Ah, found it!
1. Through the embers of a war not won. 2. To restore her homeland's glory. 3. Up from the rubble and ash. The treasure princess is here at last.
Yes, at last.
Wutai's goats, ninja. Yuffie Kisaragi.
Hey you, stop doing this. You could get hurt. I'm humoring you, but not everyone is as understanding.
Silence! For Wutai's glory, I'm taking all your treasure. Get ready!
Okay, fine. You steal treasure, but you should really work on your technique. You're still too green to take anything from me.
Treasure quest failed.
You know, if you have to steal, develop better methods. Oh, great. I made her cry again. Well then, I'll have to play along again. Oh. How did she get my mail address?
For completing that mission, we get the Darkness Materia, which is incredibly powerful and useful that we'll make good use of in a little bit. We also get another mail, this time from Anonymous, as well as the access to mission 8-5-1. Let's go ahead and look at our mail. You should have 5 mails from Treasure Princess and 1 from Anonymous called Just Between You and Me. So make sure that you have all of those, which of course you get them automatically for completing the missions, but that just tells you that you've done them all. Alright, it is time to repeat one of the missions, but we're going to do it so that we can get another summon. We're going to take on mission 3-1-3, eliminate the copies. This is the very first mission that we did in this episode, and we're going to do it basically the same way, but with one little addition here. So start by going around toward the right side. The boss is over there. Skip him from now. Instead, we're going to continue straight on toward the end of this little alleyway. And then we're going to go over toward the right side, and you'll see a Cactuar hanging out over here. The Cactuar isn't very difficult. We're just going to hit him with some normal attacks. You're going to hit him with Assault Twister to do some damage, or hit him with magic. If he hits you, he may stun you, but ultimately he's pretty easy to take out. Once the Cactuar is dead, now we just have to finish the mission like usual, so let's go take out that G Eraser, hitting him with a little bit of fire magic, and he'll be gone, and we will have access to a new set of missions. So let's go ahead and get through these guys really quickly. Since we already completed this mission, we don't get any special item for it, but when we get out of here, then you'll see that we have access now to mission 10-1-1. So let's go ahead and check that one out. It's now under the Cactoid Secrets mission. There are 3 of them. We'll do 10-1-1, Where's the Cactuar? In this mission, we just have to take out one Cactuar, so let's start by running ahead, and we're going to hug the left-hand side as we go through this place, and then we're going to go around the corner to the left to find Cactuar waiting for us. We just have to take him out. We can use our fire magic to do a good damage to him, just a few of those, and he'll be out before he can do anything to us. As a reward, we get the muscle belt, and that mission is accomplished. We now get access to the next mission in line. It's mission 10-1-2. When we go into the mission menu, at this point you should have 20% of all the missions completed, and you'll get the Dark Blizzara Materia. Dark Blizzara is interesting because it does ice damage, but it also inflicts status ailments. So let's dive into the next mission, 10-1-2, called Cactuar. Now we're going to just run straight ahead. We do have a little ways to go before we get to this enemy, but it is pretty easy to get to as long as you hug the walls. We'll use the left-hand wall to get most of the way there, and then we're going to have to maybe fight an enemy or two in this place, but we can always just escape from them pretty easily. So that that's done, let's run forward and we can fight actually a group of Cactuars. So we fought one the first time, and now we have to fight 3 of them. They do love to stun you, but we can take them out pretty quickly by using group attacks or by that fire spell. Let's just take them all out, and then we'll be done with this mission.
Conflict resolved.
We get a new reward here, a champion belt. And that will unlock the next mission in the chain, which is going to be mission 10-1-3. So let's go ahead and check that one out. This is going to be the final of the Cactoid Secrets one, called Cactuar Found, and it's a 3-star ranking. When we complete this one, we will get the Cactuar added to our DMW, so this one is pretty nice for us, and it does show up and have a nice little limit break for us. Let's go around toward the right hand side, and we'll see this Cactuar hanging out over here. This is going to be a Cactuar with a K. Pretty easy to take down. He does use his 1,000 needles, which if he hits you with that, it's going to do 1,000 damage. Just be prepared to heal after that one. And we're just going to keep hitting him with our attacks. Again, not very difficult. It just takes a little while thanks to his higher health. And it looks like we do pull a summon at this point. It's going to be Ifrit. So let's go ahead and hit him with a Hellfire. Well, that is one crispy Cactuar. He's out of the fight. We get 800 SP, and we also get our big reward, which is going to be the Cactus Thorn, which adds Cactuar to the DMW along with the 1,000 Needles limit break, which can actually do more than just 1,000 damage to enemies. Before we go into the next mission, we need to change up our materia a little bit. So let's go into the equipment tab. I'm going to go down and take off the power attack materia, and instead I'm going to replace it with the jump materia. Once that's done, then I'm going to remove Thundara, and I'm going to replace it with the gravity materia. So in total, you should definitely have Phyra, Gravity, Jump, and Assault Twister. Now I'm going to equip the Mountain Chocobo armlet onto my third accessory slot that we got with the keychain, and with all of that, we are ready to go. Let's now jump into mission 10-2-3. We've already completed this mission, but just like the previous one where we could find the Cactuar, we can actually find the magic pot in this one, and we have to hit it with 4 very particular attacks, which is the one that I showed you just a moment ago. So now we're just going to run through this area trying to get into fights with things. You'll often run into a bunch of Tonberries, but you should be able to escape them without really any issue. Just continue running through the area toward the objective, and eventually the magic pot will pop up. So we'll just continue along down the path toward the exit, and coming up here is the next fight where I do get that magic pot to spawn in. And he will tell you exactly which attack he wants you to use on him. So the first one is going to be Jump. Let's go ahead and use that one, and you'll see he's happy. He says, oh yes, and now he's going to ask for Phyra. So let's go ahead and hit him with Phyra. That's it. Now let's use Gravity on him. He'll be very pleased with that one, and finally he wants to be hit with Assault Twister. We'll hit him with that, and now that he's happy, he will run off, and then we will have completed this battle. So we got the Magic Pot added to the DMW along with Item Mugger. If you want to earn some serious money, then run around this area and fight the Tonberries, but what you'll want to do is get the DMW to land on the Magic Pot, because Item Mugger will allow you to steal some things called gold rolling pins, which are worth a lot of money. It's not very common, but as soon as you get a new summon, it's more likely you'll get that result. So go ahead and use that if you want to. I'm not going to, but it's an option for you if you want to do a little bit of extra money grinding here. I'm going to use the Gravity Materia to take out Master Tonberry very quickly. You can do max damage with it to enemies with really high HP. They will take a ton of damage from gravity spells, and then it's just a matter of finishing off with normal attacks after that. So it's very easy to take out high HP enemies with gravity, assuming that they're not immune to it. So definitely use that to save some time. That is all the missions that we're going to do for right now. Let's instead take a look at the DMW. You'll see that we filled out the entire right side. Chocobo, Cactuar, we had Tonberry already, but we also got Kate Sith, Moogle, and Magic Pot in this one episode, as well as Aerith on the left side. What you will notice is that just one use of the summons will give you 100% progress on it, but you'll have to do the other characters multiple times to get their proficiency all the way up. I'm just going to take a minute to go through the mail to clear out all of the ones that we've collected from Treasure Princess and the one from Anonymous. Again, these were all from Yuffie, and we got them as a result automatically when we completed the missions tied to those. So when that's all done, we're going to turn and head toward the main doors of the church where we have the little quest marker, and we'll get a cutscene.
Are you always here?
Yeah. So, where are you going?
Don't know.
I'll take you. Dunno.
You just want to spend more time with me.
Yeah.
Huh? What? We're under the plate, right? Sector 5. The Slums.
Yeah. Main Street's over that way. There's lots of people. And you can go above.
Ah. Well, I should be good once I make it there. All right? Lead the way.
Okay, let's go.
Before you go on, you'll want to check your inventory to make sure that you have at least 5 potions, probably closer to 10, but 5 are absolutely required for this section. If you don't have that, then use the store feature to buy some more. As you run through here, then you'll get a new mail from Shinra News and a cutscene just up ahead.
Ah! Monsters!
Oh, there we go.
Zach, let's run!
Don't worry about it. I'll protect you. I've got this.
You've got this?
Oh yeah. Stay back, okay?
Activating combat mode.
Here's some very weak enemies, just hit them with a Blizzara spell and they'll be gone.
Conflict resolved.
You're amazing! You're so strong.
Strong. Like a monster, right?
Zach, what's wrong?
Nothing. Now, let's move. Hey, I looked good, right? What?
Dunno.
Come on, flatter me.
All right, Zach, let's go.
Hello?
Let's continue running forward into the new zone where the quest marker is. This will take us into the Sector 5 Slums
wait.
street.
So, here we are.
Yep. Something wrong?
The Slums. Look just like any other town.
Of course. Lots of people live here. Hey, inside that gate, there's a market. There's so many great shops there.
Ignore the quest marker for right now and just start running across toward the big hole in the wall on the opposite side. You'll get a new mail from Keepers of Honor, Kunsel, and Red Leather. Now talk to the girl on the left.
Uncle, when are you coming back?
What's wrong? Looking for someone?
No, I'm waiting for Uncle to come back. He said that there's lots of monsters right outside of Midgard. So Uncle went with a bunch of people and left Midgard to beat up those monsters.
And he hasn't come back?
He is coming back! If I keep waiting here, he has to. Uncle's a really nice person. When I told him I wanted to work for him one day, he smiled and he said, okay.
If you keep believing, he'll come back. I know it.
Yeah.
That unlocked mission 2-1-4, which is a missable mission if you don't talk to her. Now we're going to go through the big doors where the quest marker is.
It's kind of stuffy here.
You okay?
Huh? I know why. There's no sky here.
We don't need this sky.
You're under this plate all the time. You normally miss seeing the sky, no?
Sorry, I'm not normal.
How's that?
The sky frightens me, like it's sucking me in. Weird, right?
Normal is overrated.
You think so?
I know. One day, I'll show you a pretty sky. It won't be scary. Trust me, you're gonna love it.
After the cutscene, head through the door and get another cutscene.
Hey, wait!
Huh. Looks like an interesting place.
Yeah. Wanna take a look?
Whoa!
Oh, sorry.
Be careful, huh?
Okay. Sorry again.
Man, that hurt. Huh? Wait. What the?
What's wrong?
My wallet's gone.
Oh no!
That little brat! He just stole my wallet! Aerith, wait here, okay? I'm gonna go catch that kid and get my wallet back.
Bruno's his name.
Bruno? You know his name?
Yeah, I know him. Just a little. He doesn't do things like that.
But
If he really stole from you, I'm sure he had good reason. Hey, I'll go look for him. Zach, you wait here.
all right, I'll wait here. But I'm pretty antsy.
Yeah, I know.
That obvious? Theft is theft, no matter the reason. I'll have to give him a good scolding. Ugh, that's it. It's my wallet that was stolen. I'm gonna look for Bruno too. I think he went that way.
There are a few trophies that we're going to get in this area. I'll show you exactly how to do it. Let's start by running forward and toward the left. That will take us to the save point, and we are going to save the game at this point just to make sure that we can always reload this if something goes wrong trying to get these trophies. Now that that's done, we're going to run over toward the opening, and we get 2 new mails, one from Lazard and one from Study Group. Let's go ahead and look at those new mails that we've collected so far in this area. So we have the Shinra News Personnel Announcement 0104. We have Angel Fan Club Newsletter 314. We have the Hollanders T-shirt mail from Kunsel. We have the Genesis Fan Club Newsletter 668, and Lazard's Children in the Slums. Finally, we have the Study Group's Message to Members. If you've got all of those, then you're good. Now what we're going to do is go through the quest marker barrier.
Did he go out from here? Hey, you there! Did a kid come running this way? A little boy?
A little boy? Don't know. Although, children never come this way.
I see.
Got your pocket picked, did you?
Huh?
Happens all the time here. But you're gonna have a hard time finding the thief on your own. Ask folks around here nicely, and they might help you.
Yeah, that's a good point. Right. I'll ask around here, for starters.
There's a trophy in this area related to earning affection points with Aerith. The first thing we want to do is go talk to the nearby girl.
Hey there. I'm looking for someone. A little boy named Bruno.
Yeah, I know Bruno. You must want to find him badly. I'll bring him here for you, okay?
You will?
Yeah, stay right here.
All right. I'll be waiting.
All we have to do now is to choose wait a little longer 10 times in a row, and we'll earn some affection for Aerith. So let's go ahead and start working through this. So we've done it once, now twice. Here's 3. Now 4. Here's 5. And 6. 7. And 8, 9, and 10.
Ugh, that's it. How far did she have to go? Huh? Hey! That's the kid who took...
Oh no, you talked too soon. You know, I was just about to catch him.
Weren't you trying to help him get away?
No, I wasn't. That's so mean.
Come on, man.
Zack!
Hey, Aerith. Did you find him yet?
Not yet, but give me time. Please?
The next thing that we want to do is run straight ahead. There's going to be this van with the open sign, and we're going to talk to the man in front of it.
Excuse me.
Welcome. What do you need?
No, I'm not shopping.
All right.
I'm looking for a kid named Bruno who took my wallet. Maybe you've seen him around? He looks like this.
Never seen him, but I'll keep an eye out.
You're the man! Thanks! Where did he go? There he is! Hey, mister! That's him! Get him!
Whoa, whoa! This kid's pretty fast.
Hey, what's the deal? He's gone.
Yeah, sorry. I'm really not that quick on my feet.
You had no intention of chasing him.
No, that's not true at all.
Come on, man. I wonder if Aerith is still looking. All by herself.
After speaking to this vendor, we'll talk to another one. Turn around and walk to the building nearby. You'll find this blonde-haired man outside of Item World, so let's talk to him.
Excuse me. Got a minute?
What is it?
I'm looking for a kid named Bruno who took my wallet. Maybe you've seen him around? He looks like this.
Sure, I'll help you. Bruno, you said? Yeah, no problem.
You're the man! If you see him, it'd be great if you could catch him too. Where did he go? There he is! Hey, mister! That's him! Get him! He got away!
I did try to grab hold of him. Unfortunately, he managed to steal my most prized materia. And well, once he used it, there was no chance.
You too! You didn't even try to chase him.
Come on now, that's not true at all.
Come on, man.
Oh, I see. I'll come back.
Hey, Aerith,
Zack!
did you find him yet?
No. But give me more time. I'll find him.
There's one more vendor we have to speak to. Let's turn toward the right, kind of all the way around, run past Aerith, and go to the shopping paradise. Speak to the woman behind the counter.
Hey, excuse me. I'm looking for a little boy named Bruno. He looks like this.
I haven't seen... Wait, I did see him.
Really?
That way, I think.
That way?
Yes, way down there.
Great, thanks. Hey! Wait, he's over by you! He's gone. Hey, lady, what gives?
I didn't mean to trick you. I just have really bad eyesight.
Come on, man.
Zach!
Hey, Aerith. Did you find him yet?
That boy is really fast.
We're facing the save point, but let's turn around and run the opposite way. We're going to go past Aerith again. This time we're going to go speak to the child next to these boxes.
Hey, kid. Was it you who took my wallet, by any chance?
Oh, come on! You saw! I've been here the whole time.
Oh, yeah. You're right. I'm sorry.
It's fine. You got pickpocketed, right? If you're looking for the guy, I'll help you out. Well, I have some leads I can give you, but you have to give me a potion in exchange.
You're a broker?
You can't get something for nothing, mister. But trust me, my information's good.
Now we have to choose to trade the potion to the kid 5 times in a row, which is why you needed 5 potions to begin with.
Thank you. Oh, hey, he's right behind you, mister.
Huh? What gives? He's gone. Hey, if you know where he might go, tell me.
Huh? I just gave you some information. If you want to know more, give me another item.
Give me a break.
Let's choose to trade the potion for the second time.
Thank you. Oh, look, there.
Really? Where? Hey, kid, that wasn't the information you just sold me, was it?
Hey, you catch on fast. Are you ready to buy some more?
We'll trade the potion for the third time.
Thank you. Oh, look, there.
Really? Where? Hey, kid, that wasn't the information you just sold me, was it?
Hey, you catch on fast. Are you ready to buy some more?
Trade the potion for the fourth time.
Thank you. Oh, look, there.
Really? Where? Hey, kid, that wasn't the information you just sold me, was it?
Hey, you catch on fast. Are you ready to buy some more?
For the fifth and final time, trade the potion.
Thank you. Oh, look, there.
Really? Where? Hey, kid, that wasn't the information you just sold me, was it?
Hey, you catch on fast. Are you ready to buy some more?
Not on your life. Come on, man. I wonder if Aerith is still looking. All by herself.
Once you're done giving potions to the kid, turn around and talk to Aerith right behind you.
Aerith, how goes?
Zach,
There's no need to look so worried. It's just bad luck. Hey, why don't we look together?
but
Don't worry about it. I'm not gonna yell at him straight from the top. I'll ask him why he did it. And I'll forgive him if it was for a good reason.
really?
Yes, really.
Okay, let's go look.
Yeah, but we still have no leads.
If Bruno needed money, he should still be around here.
Yeah. Then you stay here and keep an eye out. I'll go take a look around town. Let's try that, okay?
For this next part, all you have to do is to run around the middle of this area, and eventually you'll trigger a cutscene with the kid that you're chasing.
Aha! I found you!
Whoa!
Okay, no more running.
Finally! Alright, you know what you did was bad, don't you? You should never steal from people.
Zack,
Because it's very, very wrong. Now, tell me why you did it.
None of your business.
What you...
Bruno, did you really steal?
Yes.
I see.
So why did you do that? You know, Aerith believed in you. No matter what I said, she insisted you're a good boy. You can shut me out, but tell Aerith the truth.
Do you need money? Tell me why.
I need medicine, but my wallet was eaten by a monster. That's why I took this guy's wallet. I thought, if he's your friend, he might give me a break.
Bruno, this was bad. You know that. Don't do it again.
Okay.
Okay, good. Now we're friends again. Zack, you agree?
You believe in him, so yes.
Thank you. I'm sorry.
But you need medicine, right?
Yeah. It's for my grandpa.
We can earn some big affection points with Aerith if we choose I'll buy the medicine for you.
Huh? Really?
Zack, are you sure?
Yeah. Buy it with my money, okay?
Thanks so... Wait! It's no good! There's not enough here!
Seriously? Okay, I'll get your money back from the monster.
But it's dangerous.
Don't you worry. Monsters around here are cake.
Okay, but I'm going too.
No, it'll be fine. Just let me handle it. Stay here and wait with Bruno.
The monsters should still be on the path that goes to the park, I think. Here's your wallet and money. There was only a little money in there to begin with. I didn't spend any.
Okay, I got it.
After that cutscene, we're going to turn toward the left and we're going to go through this door with the quest marker on it.
The park is this way.
Hey, you! Get back inside the gate now! Monsters! Coming out of the park in droves!
The park? Alright, that's gotta be them.
It's not all right! Everyone's fled! It's dangerous. You have to turn back now.
Sorry, but they owe me some money, so I have to go over and collect.
What the hell are you talking about, guy?
Relax. Don't worry about me. You know, you should get behind that gate yourself.
Let's walk a few steps ahead to get into a fight.
Here we go. This is them. Bruno's wallet, here I come.
Activating
These little
combat
worm
mode.
guys are incredibly weak. Just hit them with some Blizzara and they're gonna be gone.
Conflict resolved.
Oh, here we are. One wallet. Is the money still inside? Whoa! That's way more than I have.
Wow! You really got it back! Amazing! Ugh, it's so sticky!
Stop complaining. At least you got it back.
Zack, were you okay?
No problem at all. Piece of cake.
Thanks a lot, mister.
Call me Zack. If you need more help, just ask. You don't need to steal anymore.
Thanks, but you've got bigger money problems than me.
Well, maybe so. But hey, just you wait. Aerith and I, we're gonna make a fortune.
Huh?
We're launching Operation Midgar Full of Flowers, Wallet Full of Money.
Yes. Midgar, full of flowers. And wallet, full of money.
Aerith, for real?
Yeah, for real. That's why, if you're in trouble, we can help you.
All right, I'll come talk to you. Okay, mister. Aerith, thanks!
Hey, Zach. Did you mean it? Selling the flowers?
Of course. There's no turning back after this. I know. Let's make a wagon.
A wagon?
Yes, a flower wagon. With a wagon to carry lots of flowers, you could sell them all over Midgar. Oh, not feeling it?
No, it's great. Let's do it.
It's time to earn some trophies and also max out our affection for Aerith to get another trophy. We're going to start just by saving the game because we're going to do a little bit of a mini game that can be a little bit tough, and we just want to make sure that we have a save here because we do have to pay money to play this game, and if something goes wrong you can always just reload it at this point. So let's go talk to the shopping paradise lady.
Welcome, friend. We have all the items you'll ever need. For a limited time only, we have an exquisite perfume for sale. An ideal gift for that special someone. How about it, sir? Just 300 gil.
I'll buy it.
How's this? Usually the price is 300 gil, but this cheaper fragrance, when blended with a fine rose oil, can be turned into quite a posh fragrance as well. Want to try blending?
I'll give it a try.
I like the cut of your jib, sir. Okay, let me explain the blending process.
This minigame is much easier if you have subtitles enabled because you'll actually be able to see and read the number of drops. We're going to be given a certain number and we need to mash X when we get to that number. The thing to pay attention to though is splash because that counts as 10 drops. And so I'm going to show you an example and just kind of walk you through it and give you some tips and tricks. So in this case we need to get 22 drops. And then when we get to that number we're going to mash X to stop
Are you ready
it.
to begin blending?
So here's the number 22, we get 1, and then you can see that there's a big number of them, so you can actually pause it and still read it. So that's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 on that, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, stop.
All right, good job, sir. Wow, you got it just right. It smells divine. Now, adding the oil that you used, the price comes out to this. Thank you for shopping. Come again.
Here, Aerith. This is for you. A little present.
Thank you. Okay, I'll take a little sniff. Wow, it smells great. Really great. Thank you so much, Zach.
Oh, does this mean you're really happy with it?
Yeah, it's almost too good to use.
Oh, really? Well, it's all yours in any case.
We get the Master Blender trophy by doing it properly at one time, but we actually have to do it 3 times in a row. So if you want to, feel free to save it or just go and talk to the Shopping Paradise lady again. Her explanation is going to be the same, so you can really skip through this, and then we're going to go ahead and we're going to do it again. We'll get a different number, but the process is still the same. We still have to count the number of drips and splashes to get to the required number that we need. So let's just go and we will start this mini game, and I'm going to walk you through it one more time. We do not need to hear the instructions again.
The amount of oil you need for this perfume.
So the number this time is 22, very similar to the last time that we did it, but they will come in different numbers on the screen. So So let's go ahead and get this one completed as we walk through it. 1, 2, 3, 4. The splash means 10, so 4 plus 10 is now 14. That's our new number. 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, stop.
All right. Good job, sir. Wow.
The cutscene here and with Aerith is exactly the same as the first time we did it, so I'm just going to skip through it, but we've completed it successfully 2 times in a row. Alright, after that cutscene, we just have to do it one more time. So we'll talk to the lady again. It's going to be all the exact same dialogue as before, so we're just going to skip through this one really fast, and then we're going to do the minigame for the third and final time.
The amount of oil
The number that we need this time is 23, so let's get through this one.
Okay, are you ready to begin blending?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, stop.
All right, good job, sir. Wow, you.
Okay, I'm just gonna skip the rest of this cutscene for time because it's pretty similar to the one before, but Aerith says that she's going to treasure this one always. After doing that successfully 3 times in a row, we're going to go and just save the game, and then we're going to go and get another one of the trophies in this area. So once we're done saving it, we're going to turn toward the right, and we're going to run around this little wall here, and we're going to go talk to the blonde man outside of Item World.
Damn it. Stupid delivery service. There's materia missing again. They must have dropped them. Oh. Say, friend, you look pretty quick on your feet.
Of course I am.
Oh yeah, I had a feeling about you. Now, how'd you like to do a job for me? You just need to collect materia you find on the street. It's really easy. Won't take long at all. All right, let's get started. To make things easier for you, I asked everyone in the neighborhood to stay indoors. So use those fast legs and go get some materia.
To get the Godlike Trophy, you have to run and pick up all of the 20 different green materia on the ground and talk to the guy with the blonde hair in under 15 seconds. Now you want to be mashing X as you run through the materia to make sure that you pick them up. You're going to be fighting the camera a little bit, so make sure that you keep turning it to see where you're going. But for the most part, they're just going to be kind of in a left and right zigzag pattern as you go through this area. Just make sure that you collect them all and talk to the blonde man within 15 seconds, and you'll get your trophy.
I see you found all 20 materia for me. Your time is... Wow, that's really fast. Godlike speed. So anyway, here's what you earned. All right, come by again. There's always more work.
Amazing! You were so fast. Nice work.
Because he commented and said that we had godlike speed, we get the Godlike Trophy as a result. Now we just want to take a few steps forward and we'll get into another cutscene at the next shop.
Oh, Aerith. Here with your boyfriend today?
I just met him.
Hey, weren't you chasing a kid around here earlier? I heard about you from the local townsfolk. I thought you were some shady outsider, but it looks like you're a decent guy. Sorry I misjudged you. Here, take this olive branch. I have to say though, Aerith, you won't find a decent, kind-hearted guy like this very often. This one has my stamp of approval. I wish you both well.
I just met him today. The way we met was strange. I'll tell you later. Oh, wait. Could we take a look?
Huh? You came out to go shopping?
Okay, forget it.
No, I'm joking. Go take a look.
Thank you. Just a look. I'll be quick.
Do you like this store?
Yeah, it's fun just looking.
Hey, Aerith,
Uh-huh.
to pay you back for that hello, I'll buy you something.
Your offer was one date, no?
But then you said, don't be silly, remember?
Well,
Okay, a memento. For today.
You mean it?
Of course.
Okay. I want this.
Alright, it's yours. Hold on. How's that?
Does it look right?
I think so. Yeah, it looks great.
Thank you, Zach. I'll treasure this.
Yeah,
Hey, do you still have time?
I guess so. Why?
Wanna go to the park?
Hey, that sounds like a date.
Yeah.
We're not quite done yet, so say, let's look around here a little more.
Before we go to the park, could you give me 1 minute?
Yeah, of course.
Remember that kid that we had to trade those 5 potions to? Well, he has a different mini game and a trophy related to it that we want to do. So let's run over toward where he is by these boxes and talk to him.
Hey, step right up, mister. Welcome to the number guessing game. We've got a lot of great prizes lined up today. Wanna play? Oh, the guy with the potions. I heard what happened. I'm sorry. I can't give you your stuff back, but instead, I'll let you play my game for cheap.
Alright. Thanks, kid.
Eric, this guy is one of the good ones. If you're gonna date anyone, choose a guy like him.
Really? Zach is very funny, strong, and has a really kind heart.
Okay, back to business. It's 100 gil per play, but I'll give you a discount, mister.
Yeah, why not? Pay 50 gil.
Okay, the way you play this game is, you pick a number from 1 to 6. Of the 6 people who walk by this store, that number is how many you think will be kids. If the number you chose matches the number of kids who pass by here, you win! And you get the big prize. By the way, today's big prize is this.
Alright, there's a way that we can guarantee that we get the correct answer as well as the bingo trophy. We're going to let Aerith give her guess, and then we're also going to give a little bit more gil to the boy. They will each say a couple numbers. One of those numbers that they each say is going to match, and that is how we know what the correct answer is. So when it says, should I let Aerith choose, we'll say, yeah, that sounds good.
Aerith, why don't you choose the number?
Me? Alright then. 5 and 6 maybe? Those are the numbers that I like. But you make the final choice.
Those are interesting choices. I have a good feeling about those too. Mister, I think maybe you should take her advice. Aerith has good instincts. Oh, by the way, for a few extra gil, I can give you 3 numbers that I believe have a good chance of winning.
Now, if you'll remember, Aerith said that she thought it was either 5 or 6, so I'll put those up on the screen. Now we're going to say, yeah, why not, to pay him 50 more gil, and then he'll give his guesses. We just have to find the number that matches.
3 and 4 and 5, I think. Today's number has gotta be one of those, but you have to make the final call. Now, what's it gonna be?
5 is the matching number, so let's choose that.
All right then, we're ready to begin counting now. Hey, good job, mister. You got it right. This is today's prize. It's not often we have these in stock. All right, come again soon. There'll be
And there's
more
our bingo
items for you to
trophy.
win.
Very easy. Before we head out, let's take a quick second to talk to Aerith.
Thanks for the ribbon, our memento. I'll cherish it. I'm glad I made it to the church today.
Now let's go talk to the big door with a quest marker on it. When we do that, we'll be prompted to select Let's Go right now.
Come on, let's go.
So, ever meet any soldier members?
Maybe.
Do you think that they're happy?
What do you mean?
Heroes to children, protectors of the peace. But they're not normal. They get some kind of special surgery. Don't they?
So they say.
Normal is best. I think so, at least. Those soldier people are kind of weird.
They're weird, huh?
And they're scary. They fight. And they love it.
Actually, I'm with Soldier.
I'm sorry. So pretty.
The face?
The eyes.
You like them? Then take a closer look. Eyes infused with Mako energy. A soldier trademark.
Oh, you.
Color of the sky, right?
Uh-huh. But not scary at all.
I'll admit, things haven't been normal at all lately. What about you, Aerith? How's your life going?
I was thinking it would be a normal day. But then suddenly, some guy fell out of the sky.
That's not all that bad. Oh.
Zack, return to the Shinra building now. Genesis has attacked us.
On my way. I'm sorry, but duty calls.
Well, I guess I should get going then. Will I see you again?
Of course.
I hope that your friend's okay, Zack.
Huh?
You talk in your sleep.
Yeah. It'll be fine. I know that now. To get to the Shinra building, I have to go through the market, they said.
Let's head back to the market area. We just have to run straight ahead and into the next zone, into the street.
Huh. Looks like we've got more monsters.
Let's run back to that big door in front of us. You might get into a fight or two along the way, but the enemies are weak to Blizzard, so cast that and then they'll be gone. Now just run forward to the big door and interact with it to go back into the market. For some reason, the game thinks that now is a good time to teach us about increasing our accessory slots through getting the keychain in the backpack. We already have the keychain, but we can get the backpack by completing mission 7-2-5. I'm going to run over and save the game real quick because we are going to go through a lot more missions soon. Right now I'm coming in at a time of just under 6 hours. Now what we want to do before we do those missions is actually to unlock another missable one. To do that, we're going to head over and talk to the little girl here.
Oh good, you got your wallet back. Sorry I couldn't help you before, mister. I'll tell you something to make it up to you. These days, there's a lot of scary monsters roaming around Midgar, I heard. A guy who came from Calm told me. He said he travels all over the world, and he says he's never seen as many monsters as he has around Midgar.
That unlocks mission 2-1-3, and again, it is missable if you don't talk to her, so make sure you do. Now we're going to go back to this save point, and we're going to go into mission 2-1-3, Sightings in Sector 5. It's only a 2-star ranked mission, so it is quite simple for us. We're inside the Shinra building. All we have to do is to run around toward the left-hand side, and then we're going to go down here. We want to try to avoid the fights if possible, but these guys are pretty easy. We can just take them out with a couple attacks, and then they'll be gone. Now that they've been defeated, we're going to continue down the hallway toward our left, and we're going to just kind of hug the walls on the right-hand side as we move around here, trying to avoid those fights. Eventually, we're going to get to this hallway where we can go down and we can see this flying enemy in front of us. So we'll get into a fight with it. This is the Raijincho. They're weak to fire, so take them out and the mission will be over very quickly. We got a Phoenix down as our reward, and that mission is accomplished. We do have another mission now in that same tree that we can take out. So let's go back into that mission menu. We're going to select mission 2-1-4, Defend the Slums, another 2-star rank mission. These ones are a lot easier when they're out in the field. You can even see the enemies straight ahead of us flying over there. So we're just going to make our way over there. If you get into a fight, you can either take the enemy out or just simply run to the side to escape. Either way is perfectly fine. We'll continue making our way over toward the flying enemy, and then we're going to get into a fight with it.
Activating combat mode.
Here we go with some more Raijinchos. We just hit them with a couple of Firas, and that battle's over.
Conflict resolved.
As a reward, we got the Fire Ring. With that mission accomplished, we're going to go back into the mission menu. This time we're going to scroll down a little bit, and we're going to choose mission 8-5-1. This is called Treasure Info 1. It's a 5-star mission, but we'll be able to take care of it. Let's start by heading forward. The enemy is just over 100 meters away from us, so a little ways away, but luckily in these wide open areas it makes it pretty easy to escape from the battles that pop up from time to time. There's a treasure chest here that we can open up to grab the ice armlet. Now let's continue forward toward the flying enemy in front of us. There's another treasure chest tucked around the fence here that contains a high potion, and the enemy right here is going to be susceptible to some magic. That just makes it easy to attack them from a distance. We don't want to get too close to these enemies because they can do things like cast stop gaze on us, and that makes us able to take a lot of damage when we can't move. So let's just keep our distance from these guys, pelt them with magic, and then we're going to finish them off pretty quickly. When you complete these missions, you do get a little cutscene afterwards.
Alright, looks like that's the last of the monsters. Now, where's that treasure? Ah, found it!
1. Wutai's woes weigh heavily. 2. Endless trading weighs heavier. 3. All in the name of defeating Shinra.
Yeah.
Wutai's glory is in my hands. Today, I finally defeat Shinra.
Yes, it's all very impressive. I knew that mail was from you. Oh, how do you know my mail address?
Wanna know the truth?
Yes, I do.
Then why don't you check your mail?
What, now?
Yeah, just take your phone out of your pocket and... Hey, what gives?
Sorry, but no dice. You thought you could steal something from me while I was busy looking at my phone, didn't you? I'm not falling for that. So, how did you get it? My mail address? You will tell me this time.
Treasure quest failed.
Man, she really can't turn it on like a faucet. Hey, I never learned how she got my mail address.
For completing this mission, we get the Assault Twister Plus materia, which is a nice upgrade to our existing Assault Twister. We do get a new mail from Anonymous and a mission 8-5-2. So let's go ahead and check that one out. This is in that same category. It's called Treasure Info 2. It's also a 5-star ranked mission. We'll just continue along the path toward the left-hand side, and then we're going to cut across and open up the treasure chest over here. You definitely want to take this wide, because if you cut in too much, then you will get into a fight. We got a Blizzaga materia, which is pretty nice for us, and then we're going to continue along the path, hugging the left-hand side. There's another treasure chest right ahead of us, so let's go ahead and open that one up. This contains a high potion. Now before we go on, we're going to change up our materia a little bit to make this easier. We definitely want to keep gravity on, but we're going to take jump off, and instead we're going to put on the darkness materia. This is very powerful, and it's going to give us an edge in the next fight, because darkness, it costs us some health, but it also does a lot of damage to the enemy, and it can ignore their defense. So let's move forward. You'll see these bouncing orange balls. These are called movers. Immediately start to cast gravity. You want to interrupt their Graviga, and if you're fast enough, then you can cause gravity to hit both of these groups of enemies. Then you want to use the darkness ability when it gets pretty low on health to instantly kill it.
Alright, looks like that's the last of the monsters. Now, where's that treasure? Ah, found it!
I gave you the information on that item, you know. If you want to get that item, leave 100 gil.
No. Whoa, that gave me a start. So she's always going on about restoring Wutai. I guess I could spare 100 gil for that.
For a reward, we get the Vitality Up ++ materia, and we get another mail from Anonymous, and a new mission is unlocked. So we're going to dive into that one now. This is going to be mission 8-5-3, and it's called Treasure Info 3. It's a 6-star rank, but we can take it out. Let's start by running forward. We're going to stick over toward the right-hand side as we go around the path, and then when we get up toward the top part here, we're going to continue on forward. Let's just stick over toward the right-hand side the whole way as we go up, and we will encounter a treasure chest straight ahead of us as we run along the right side. We can open that up, and we're going to grab the diamond bracelet. Let's cross over the path and continue along the right-hand side. You'll see this group of flying insects. There's actually 3 groups here. They're very weak to fire up, but they will mess you up if you stand still. So make sure that you try to keep your distance, keep rolling away from them, and take them out with those fire spells, and they'll be gone with just a couple casts of it.
Conflict resolved.
Alright, looks like that's the last of the monsters. Now, where's that treasure? Ah, found it!
I gave you the information on that item, you know. If you want to get that item, leave a potion.
Whoa, that gave me a start. She's trying hard, I'll give her that. For her efforts, I'll have to be a grown-up here. You want a potion? Well, here you are then. But that Yuffie, how does she make it to places like this? This is a pretty dangerous area.
This time we are rewarded with the Spirit Up ++ materia. Now that that mission is accomplished, we get another mail from Anonymous, and we also get a new mission unlocked, mission 8-5-4. So let's check that one out. You'll see that it's called Treasure Info 4. It's another 6-star ranked mission, so it's kind of tough, but I think we'll be able to be okay. What we want to do is to proceed forward while hugging the right-hand wall. Just go all the way around here, and then we can grab the treasure chest over on the left side. That's going to contain the River Chocobo armlet. Now let's continue along the path on the left-hand side, keep going all the way around here, and then we're going to come out on the other side. We can grab this treasure chest as we cross it, and that's going to contain the X potion. We will go over toward this bridge, which you will probably get into a fight with. These enemies here, you can either take them out with Fire, or you can just escape from them before they can do anything to you. Continue running along the path, and then when you get to the end, you'll want to turn toward the left and continue following the path around. When we get to the end here, we're going to see this blue bomb-like enemy, but before you fight him, pick up the treasure chest for the bolt armlet. Now, we do have to fight these enemies. The razor weeds are going to be very weak to fire, and surprisingly, so are those balloon enemies. They look kind of like blue fire, but I guess they're more like ice or something. So we get another one of these little scenes. Make sure that you always watch these because we do need to see all of them throughout the game.
All evidence of misconduct must be erased. As a Turk, I must enforce company policy.
That excuse again.
Honestly, I probably should have used the airstrike limit break just to get another use of it in, but the enemies go down pretty easily just with fire instead.
Alright, looks like that's the last of the monsters. Now, where's that treasure? Ah, found it!
I gave you the information on that item, you know. If you want to get that item, leave 200 gil.
Whoa, that gave me a start. 200 gil, huh? That's not nothing. Maybe I'm spoiling her too much, but whatever. She's gonna bankrupt me before I ever find out who leaked my address.
By completing this mission, we get the Exploder Blade Materia. Once again, we're going to get a mail from Anonymous, and we are going to unlock mission 8-5-5. So let's check that one out. It's going to be called Treasure Info 5. It is another 6-star ranked mission, and it has Hellfire Raga as the reward, which is extremely powerful. So starting off, we're just going to kind of hug the left-hand side as we go around, and we need to make our way downstairs. We're going to hug the corners as best as we can, grabbing the treasure chest on both the right side and the left side for the Force Bracelet as well as the Elixir. Now we're going to move forward. You can see that there's another treasure chest right in the middle of this area, so we're just going to go grab that one. And that's going to contain an X potion. As we go through here, we might get into a fight if you don't hug the corners well enough, but just escape, and we're going to encounter the final enemy that we have to right here. So what we want to do is to immediately start casting Fire. These Thunderbirds, just like the Raijinchos, are going to be weak against it. They like to use Thundaga, which will probably screw you up pretty well if it hits you. So just keep rolling after every attack or so, and you want to take them out quickly. I got the Hellfire to activate through Ifrit, so I'm just going to use that one. You don't have to watch all of these scenes, by the way. Feel free to skip them. I just like the way that this one looks, so I try not to skip a lot of the summons, but I will be doing that more later on because you really only have to get one of those summon things to happen in order to get 100% proficiency with them. Let's just finish taking out these enemies, and then we're going to have completed this mission, and we'll get our cutscene.
Alright, looks like that's the last of the monsters. Now, where's that treasure? Ah, found it! Oh yeah! What? Seriously? This is bad. Run for it! Yuffie, I really hope that you're still with us.
We are rewarded with the Hellfire Materia, which is incredibly powerful. I would definitely recommend using that one. Not only is it strong like a Firaga, but it also inflicts status ailments, including instant death, and that can really speed things up for you. Let's go ahead and look at our missions, and you'll see that if we go to mission 8-5-6, it's going to be a 7-star. We're not ready for this yet. We will get the Bahamut Fury Materia for completing it and adding that to the DMW, but we're just not there yet. Instead, we're going to go to mission 8-3-1, EM Hell in the Building. It might be beneficial to throw on your Thundaga or Thundara Materia, just because the enemies around here are going to be weak to that, but we can take them out with other materia anyway. We're going to just hug the right hand wall pretty much the entire way to the boss. So when you get to about the 75 meter mark, just cut across here, and then we're going to go down the stairs. There's going to be the enemy in front of us. This is going to be the chain machine, and it does have a couple other enemies alongside of it. They're going to want to buff it up with wall, which makes it pretty much resistant to much of what we can do to it, except for darkness, because darkness will cut right through that. Darkness does use up our own HP a little bit, so you got to be careful about that, but it really is your best friend for taking out enemies with high vitality or that put up barriers, because you won't have to deal with any of that reduced damage. You can see that I got the Lucky Stars limit break. This is the one that we have through Cisne, and it doesn't damage the enemies directly, but what it does is it gives us automatic critical hits. No matter where we attack the enemy from, doesn't have to be the back anymore. It also greatly increases our emotional state, which means that we're going to get more limit breaks in the DMW. You can see this time I got Octaslash and a little video to go along with it.
All right, you can go on ahead. I'll handle things here.
Did you say something? Let's move on.
What's even better is that our automatic critical hits with Lucky Stars can transfer over to other limit breaks. So you can see every single hit I do with Octaslash is a big critical hit, and this enemy doesn't stand a chance, and he goes down. For completing this mission, we get the Stop Blade Materia. Now let's go into the next mission. It's going to be 8-3-2. It's the next one in this chain, and it's going to be called EM Hell on the Island. So let's go ahead and jump right into this one. The enemy is actually really close by to our starting point. We just have to hug the left side wall as we move forward. Go all the way around, just hugging the left, and eventually you're going to run right into the monster we have to defeat without having to deal with anything else in this area. So here you can see it's flying, and it is joined by a couple of its friends. If we rush in quickly and use darkness, we can interrupt the walls from those bee saucers, then just a few more darknesses and they're going to be gone. I'm really just going to use darkness this entire fight, but eventually I kind of get into a bad spot where the enemy starts to attack us. I get really low on health, and I can't use darkness anymore if I'm low on health. So just make sure that you cure yourself to get your health back, and then use darkness again to take them all down. As a reward, we get the Status Ward Materia. When paired with another materia that inflicts status ailments, it actually protects us against receiving those status ailments, so it can be really beneficial. Now we're going to dive into the next mission. It is mission 8-3-3 called EM Hell in the Wasteland. It's another 5-star ranked mission, but it's not terribly difficult. We're going to run forward and grab the treasure chest directly in front of us. This is going to contain an X potion, and then we're going to want to cross over right where this wall is. So move over to the other side and then hug the left-hand wall. You'll see another treasure chest. We'll pick that up and then go and attack the enemy directly in front of us. These guys aren't terribly difficult, but they can do some mean things to you with their attacks, so just make sure that you stay away from them. I'm going to be using darkness to kind of hit all of them at the same time in a wide range. I do happen to get another Lucky Stars to proc with another little scene.
Whoa, this is not good.
All's well that ends well, Slick.
It's done.
That's Turk's teamwork. Pretty good, right?
I'll go ahead and use that limit break. It is a Lucky Stars level 5, and what that's going to do is raise my emotional state all the way up into the heavenly state, which means that it's going to be extremely likely that I get additional limit breaks. Luckily for us, even though this enemy doesn't have a whole lot of health left, we do get to continue on with that heightened emotional state even in subsequent missions. We get the Elemental Strike Materia as our reward. When that materia is paired with another materia that does elemental damage, our normal attacks will take on that damage type. We unlocked another mission, so let's dive right into 8-3-4 called EM Hell in the Mines. We're going to start by running straight ahead. We're going to stick toward the left-hand side of the path as we go forward, and there isn't a whole lot that we have to do here that's very special. Just hug the walls until you get to this treasure chest, and we'll open it up for some diamond gloves. Continue on the left-hand side until you see this treasure chest, then cross and grab it. This has the gravity materia. Now we're going to get into a fight with some of these enemies that we just recently fought, but we can escape before they have a chance to do anything. We'll run across the bridge, and then we're going to move forward and over toward the left-hand side. We're going to see that there's a treasure chest over here that we can pick up. Inside this one is going to be the Shinra Beta accessory, which is actually quite powerful for us. And we'll move forward until we see this flying devil-like enemy. We just want to get into its face and start casting some gravity materia that will weaken it pretty well. If you can hit it hard enough, then you can interrupt it from using wall. But even if it gets wall up, just go ahead and use darkness. You'll cut right through that. So let them waste their turns if they want to. They can also use things like Cura to try to get their health back, but we can out damage them and even interrupt that. So if you just stay aggressive with this fight, you can take them out before they can really do a whole lot to you. We get the Magic Up ++ materia as our reward for completing this mission, and now we'll have access to another mission on top of this. So let's go ahead and dive into the next one. It's going to be mission 8-3-5 called EM Hell in the Plains. In this wide open area, we're just going to start running forward. The enemy is quite a ways away, but that's okay. It doesn't take too long to get there, especially in this wide open spot. We really just have to run straight ahead and then kind of go around the fence here. If you take it wide, then you can avoid a fight. And now we just have to get into a fight with these enemies here. The little weeds down there are going to be weak to fire, so go ahead and hit them with that one. Also, if you happen to have your Hell Firaga equipped, then you'll burn through these guys really fast. I happen to get Odin to proc, so I'm going to go ahead and use Zensetsuken to instantly kill all of these enemies. Well, that mission's completed, and as a reward, we're going to get the Status Strike materia so that we can attack with different status ailments. It doesn't give you a good view of the fight if I only use Odin, so I'm going to do it again, this time without using him to kill everything. We're going to start by attacking the Razor Weeds. We'll take them out with just a couple of fires each. You definitely want to keep your distance from those large birds, the Titanuses, because they will do a lot of damage to you. You can kind of fake them out and juke them by hitting them and then rolling away. They'll kind of try to attack when you're already gone, so you can definitely do that and avoid a lot of damage. I'm trying to use Gravity just to hit them and do a lot of damage, taking a big chunk of their health away. I happen to get both a level 5 Octaslash and a good level 3 Mega Flare, so I'm going to go ahead and use the Mega Flare and take out a good chunk of their health. After that, they're hurt pretty bad. I could just use Octaslash to probably finish them off, but I'm just going to keep my distance here and attack them with a little bit more Fira, and they'll go down with a few more of those. So this fight's not too difficult. Just make sure that you keep your distance and use Firas, and you will succeed in no time. With that mission over, we did unlock another one, but we're not going to do it right now. We'll just have a look at it. So 8-3-6 is called EM Hell in the Caverns. We're not going to do that one just yet. Instead, we're going to back out of here and we're going to go to mission 7-2-5. This is for Operation Mako Reactor 3, and we're going to get the backpack as a reward for this, allowing us to use up to 4 accessory slots. We'll just start by running forward. On the right side, there is going to be a treasure chest over toward the side there, and I'm just going to escape from these enemies without fighting them. Opening up this treasure chest is going to give me a luck stone times 8, and then we're going to move forward along the path and collect the treasure chest up here to get the mithril gloves. We'll keep running straight, hugging the right side, and then we're going to pick up the treasure chest on the left side to get the HP stone times 8. Moving forward a little bit further is the last treasure chest with the guard stone times 8. We've got another one of these flying demon dudes. We're just going to run right up there and just start spamming that darkness ability. We'll interrupt all of their attacks that they try to do. We do take some damage, but we're able to out-damage anything that we do to ourselves, and we'll get that backpack as our reward. So like I said, we can now equip up to 4 accessories at the same time. Before we move on and do more missions, we are going to change up our equipment a little bit. So starting off, we're going to go down to the accessories. I'm going to replace the Shinra Alpha with the Shinra Beta. That will give me 20 more vitality points, raising us up to 91. I'm going to leave the Silver Armlet, but I'll change out the Mountain Chocobo Armlet for the River Chocobo Armlet so that we get 20% more AP while still being able to prevent being stunned. Finally, there are quite a few different armlets and things that we have that can either have the damage negate or completely absorb certain elemental damage, but I'm going to choose the Dragon Armlet so that we boost a lot of our stats and we also do half elemental damage from all elements. I'm going to replace the Fire Materia with that Hellfire that we picked up, and like I mentioned earlier, it does fire-based damage, but it also can inflict poison, silence, stop, and instantly eliminate the enemy through using a built-in death spell mechanic. So very powerful, but it does use up 52 MP, so it's a little bit costly in that department. We're going to replace Blizzara with the spell called Dark Blizzara. It's kind of similar to the Firaga version, except it does not instantly eliminate enemies, but it can do those other status effects as well. I'm going to leave Gravity and Darkness, and I'm going to switch out Assault Twister for Assault Twister Plus. So once that's all in place, we're going to be good to go. Let's back out of here, and then we're going to go into the mission menu, and we're going to also get a trophy at this time. We got the Missions Completed 25% trophy for completing 25% of the missions, as well as getting the Crystal Bracelet. Now let's dive into the next mission. We're going to go mission 7-2-6, Accessories Recall. Let's start by going forward and hugging the left-hand side. As we go around the corner, we can pick up a treasure chest, and inside this one, we will get the champion belt. Cross over and then hug the right side wall to open up this treasure chest and get the ice ring. Now keep going back along the path, hugging the left side, and then when you get over toward this treasure chest, we're going to cross over, go over here and open this one up, and inside of it we're going to have the elixir. Now let's run forward and we're going to fight this monster here along with the other ones that pop up. We can use the Dark Blizzard, you can see that I silenced those enemies, or we can use Hellfire to inflict stop and other status effects on them all. The enemy did raise up a barrier, so we can use Darkness to cut right through that, or you can just keep trying to hit them with your magical spells, whatever you want to. I happen to get another one of these little scenes, so let's just watch it.
Cisne? Yeah, I'm having problems. If only the Turks were helping me look.
Not together. We should look separately.
I got lucky stars to show up. I'm not going to use it, however. The Griffin here is definitely weak to those fire spells, so you can use those Hellfiragas. If you have the unlimited MP, then you can really burn through this guy quickly. As a reward, we get the Paralyzing Shock Materia. and that will complete this mission. When we get back outside, we will see that we've unlocked mission 7-3-1, so let's go into that one and we're going to clear it. This one is called the P's Precognition Level 1. Let's go ahead and get into it. It is a level 5 rank mission. Let's start by going forward as we hug the right hand side. We'll go around the corner and then proceed straight past the glowing rocks. Just behind this little pillar is going to be another treasure chest with a force bracelet on it. And now we're going to continue running along the path. There's one more treasure chest in this area. We can cross over and grab it now, and inside of it is going to be an X potion. Now let's start fighting these enemies. We're just going to run up in their faces and start using the darkness ability. The enemy that's flying with the one eye, he did hit me with Curse Gaze, which if you look up at the DMW, it's not working anymore, so I can't rely on that whatsoever. I got kind of close to death here as the enemy took me down to just 100 HP, but I'm able to keep fighting and using that darkness spell. When I get low on health, all I have to do is use a cure to pick me back up, and then I'll keep spamming that darkness until they're dead and I get the black cowl as my reward. Back outside, we unlocked mission 7-3-2, so let's go into that one. This is going to be called P's Precognition Level 2. It is a 6-star mission, so it can be a little bit difficult, but I think we'll be just fine. Let's start by running ahead, and we're going to just really hug the left-hand side as we go through here. We'll cut across, and then we can open up this treasure chest on the right side. It contains an elixir. Let's keep running along the path, hugging the right side, and then we're going to get over by where the enemy is waiting for us. So keep going around here, grabbing this treasure chest along the way to get an X potion, and then we'll be meeting the enemy, another one of these flying demon-looking guys. We'll move forward and we're going to start spamming that darkness ability. You can see it has quite a long range. It can hit all the enemies around us, and that will keep interrupting them whenever they're trying to cast Fire against us. So we can take out the two red caps pretty easily. We'll keep spamming it, and I will get an Octaslash Sephiroth memory.
Where is Angel? He's gone missing. I'll explain later. Things will escalate. Be prepared.
Well, since I have Octaslash, I might as well use it. It's a level 5, so it's going to be the most powerful version of it. It's going to do a lot of damage, but it won't quite be enough to take this guy out. Luckily, we're still able to keep attacking with those darkness abilities. We took out that one. This one does have his wall up, so he's not going to take a whole lot of damage from us if we're just using our normal attacks. So instead, we're going to just spam darkness until he's dead. He won't be able to do anything to us at this point, and we have enough health to fuel all of these darknesses and take him out. At this point, I just so happened to hit level 21, so that's good for me. This mission's over, and I collect the snow armlet. Let's keep moving on with the next mission. It's going to be mission 7-3-3 called P's Precognition Level 3. We're going to start by running forward and hugging the right-hand side. The enemy isn't too far away, luckily, but we might get into a couple fights along the way here. I'm just going to escape from these guys because I don't need to fight them. I'm going to open up this first treasure chest for the Iron Bangle. Right around the corner is another treasure chest giving us an X potion. Let's cross over the bridge and move into the next area, and that's going to have another one of these battles with some demons and the Hornet enemies. We're going to hit them with those Hellfire Ragas and really just burn through them with a couple casts. Now I just have to get close to these demons and start hitting them with darkness, and they'll go down no problem. You can see that they tried to cast death on me, and that's not very nice, so we definitely want to interrupt that one and make sure that we can take them out before they're able to really do a whole lot to us. So now that they are all defeated, we will get our reward for this, and it's going to be the Sea Chocobo armlet, a little bit better than that River Chocobo armlet that we're currently wearing. Now you may be thinking that we're going to go straight into the next mission in that line, but we're not going to. We'll skip P's Precognition level 4 for right now, and instead we're going to back out and we're going to go into the mission 6 line, and we'll choose 6-3-1 items in the plains. This is one that we had previously skipped before, but now I think we're ready for it based on our new materia that we have. We're just going to run straight toward where the enemy is waiting for us. So we'll go kind of near these walls here, these fences, and if you do that, then you can really avoid a lot of the fights here. So we have just a couple of these little king scarabs. They're pretty easy to take out with some Hellfiragas. You can see we can completely stop them and make it so that they are not a threat to us. And now we have another one of these dual horns, which are incredibly easy to beat. Just stick over toward the back side for those automatic critical hits. Don't stay on its left because it will try to attack that way, and you don't want to be right in front of it because it has a couple attacks that way. So stay toward the back or toward the right, and you'll be able to take it out no problem.
Acting together as one.
So, what do you think? Pretty good, right?
You're focusing just for the sake of it. Your true power hasn't been released.
Yeah, it didn't feel quite the same as before.
You need to learn to find the right zone in your mind. If you can't do that, you won't make first.
Seriously?
We got the level 5 rush assault, so let's go ahead and use that, and it will take away the last remaining quarter or so of this enemy's health. With that enemy eliminated, now we do get our reward, and in this case it's going to be the Fat Chocobo Feather ×2. These are things that we can add to our materia fusions, and that just makes them a little bit stronger and gives them different parameters. Now we're going to go into the next mission. We'll scroll down to mission 6-3-2, Desert Island Surprises, a level 5 ranked mission. Let's start by going forward. I'm going to stick over toward the right-hand side, and there's a treasure chest just a little bit in front of me. So we'll run along the edges and then open up this one. We're going to continue on through this passageway here and over toward the right-hand side. We'll keep looping around all the way, and then we can cross over to pick up this treasure chest, and inside of it is going to be the Magic Up Plus materia. We'll keep going along this path toward the right, and you can see that there's a treasure chest right over here. I do get interrupted by some enemies. I'm just going to run away before they can do anything, and then go collect the treasure chest on the right-hand side. This is the third one in the stage, and it contains a high potion. Now we're just going to move forward, and we'll find some more of these big bird enemies. Luckily, we can attack them and do lots of damage with Hellfiraga. Just keep your distance because they do hit pretty hard, and it shouldn't take too long before you defeat these enemies.
Mind and body.
I did get another one of those rush assaults, so I might as well just use it and take out the enemy. I now grew to level 23. We're gaining levels pretty quickly here, and I got the Adamantite ×2 for completing this mission. Moving on to the next mission, we're going to take a look at mission 6-3-3 called An Item for Fusion, rewarding us with Dark Matter ×3 when we do this. Let's start by running forward. Our enemy is pretty much just straight ahead of us, a little bit toward the right though. We're just going to run kind of straight toward those rocks, and then we're going to go to the fence, run along the outside of the fence, and then when we get to that post, turn toward the left, and you can encounter these enemies without having to fight anything else. The bomb-looking enemies, they are called mines. They are weak to the blizzard spell, so we'll try to hit them with some dark blizzaras, and then that's going to do quite a bit of damage. If you just hit them one time, they're going to grow really big and then explode. Just make sure you keep your distance from them. So just hit them one time, and then you can pretty much just ignore them from that point once they start growing bigger. Keep your distance, and then we want to attack the large birds by using Hellfiraga. It's going to poison them, silence them, and do a whole bunch of damage. So with a couple casts of that, they're all going to be gone, and we're going to get our reward for this mission, which is that Dark Matter ×3. Now after that fight, we unlocked mission 6-3-4, so let's go ahead and go into that one, called Item in the Caverns. It's a level 6 ranked mission, which will also give us fat chocobo feathers as our reward. We'll start by running forward and hugging the left-hand side. As we go around the corner, we can switch over and then grab the treasure chest on the right. Opening that is going to give us the mithril. Now we'll continue hugging the path toward the right as we go around the path. We'll have to turn over toward the right-hand side, running along this big rock formation. Just behind it is going to be another treasure chest, and when we open it, we get the crystal gloves. We're almost at our destination. We can see these bees here. They are the main enemy, but more importantly, there's going to be some of those mine enemies. We're not able to do anything with Halfiraga, but Dark Blizzara is going to do a lot of damage to them. I also just happened to get the Cactuar to pop up in the DMW, so we'll go ahead and use that for level 3 1000 needles. Well, that did a lot more than just 1,000 damage, and it definitely finished off these enemies without a problem, giving us the Fat Chocobo Feather ×2 as our reward for completing this mission. We just unlocked mission 6-3-5, so let's dive into that one. It's called Item in the Coal Mines, a level 6 mission with a hero drink as our reward. We'll begin by going forward, hugging the right-hand side, and when we go all the way around here, then we're going to keep going along the path, and we will switch over toward the left side and try to escape this battle before we take any damage. We'll keep hugging the right-hand side until we see the treasure chest. We'll cross over, open it up, and grab the adamantite. Now keep running toward the right-hand side. There's going to be a treasure chest over in this corner that's going to give us a flame armlet. And we can cross the bridge and see the enemies over here. This is kind of a tough fight. We definitely want to hit them with that Hellfiraga and dodge the Firagas that come toward us. And then what you can do is just jump into the middle of them and hit them with a bunch of darknesses if you want to. I happen to get a level 2 Mega Flare, so I could use that if I wanted to, but instead I'm just going to use Darkness to keep interrupting these enemies. They're not going to be able to do anything at this point, and I'll be able to take away all of their health before I have to worry about them hitting me again. I was just about to get Odin up, but luckily I didn't have to use him for this fight. We got the hero drink ×2 as our reward, and now we're going to be done with this mission and moving on to the next one. We unlocked the next mission in line, but we're not going to do it. Instead, we're just going to have a look at it real quick. Items in the Wasteland is mission 6-3-6, but we'll skip it for right now. Instead, what we're going to do is to go to the mission 4 line. We'll choose mission 4-1-6, search for Wutai Remnants. This one is something that we've been skipping for quite some time, and we're finally going to take him out. So what we're going to do is to switch up our gravity materia, and instead we're going to put on the barrier materia. This will allow us to survive this enemy's large attack. I tried a few times to take him down without it, and it was just a lot more difficult than using this barrier spell. So running along toward the left, we're just going to hug that left side wall, and then you'll see the enemy ahead of us in just a moment. So once we come around this corner, you'll see him over here. We're just going to run and get into a fight with him. Now what we want to do is to try to attack him from the back to get those critical hits, but it's not always very easy to do that. So what I like to do is to hit him about 5 times and then roll away. And that will allow me to hit him the most number of times that I can and then get out of there just before he hits me with an attack. Make sure you keep that barrier up at all times. You can see that the barrier icon is just above our health bar on the bottom left corner. It looks like 3 little hexagons stacked in a triangular shape. So there is a little timer. It's a white box that goes around it, and that gives you a good indication for how long it's going to last. Definitely make sure that it's up when Tomahawk Boomerang comes around, otherwise you're probably going to die from it. But you can see I actually survived that one pretty nicely. Now I'm just going to go right back to attacking him with 5 attacks, rolling out of the way. So hit him, roll away. Now we're going to reapply barrier and hit him a few times and then get out of the way. That's all that we really have to do for this fight. Just make sure that barrier stays up the whole time. Keep attacking him, rolling out of the way when necessary, and you should be okay. You just have to heal a little bit as necessary if you do get hit by something, and then feel free to use whatever summons or limit breaks or anything else that pops up. That just helps to speed up the fight a little bit. You really won't be able to inflict a lot of status ailments on him, especially the death one, but you can use your Hellfire to do some decent damage to him. I would really only do that when you have your infinite MP boost up, so don't waste all of your health in case you need to use it for healing. This fight does take a few minutes to get through. It's not terribly difficult, it's more just getting the timings down for attacking and then rolling out of the way. Kind of like a very easy Dark Souls kind of boss. Just hit him, get out of the way of his very easily telegraphed attack, and then go back in and keep attacking him. So this fight only takes a few minutes to get through. Like I said, not difficult as long as you have barrier. It's going to be your best friend to survive this guy's attacks. You can even stand there and take a few of them. Just make sure that you heal up as necessary. You don't want to be too low on health and have a barrier suddenly drop off and get smacked by an attack and lose this fight. So we're going to finish him off with a darkness, which does decent damage, and then that will be the end of that fight, granting us the Poison Blade Materia. All of the missions in that chain have been completed, but we do unlock a new mission chain. That's going to be the Mission 4-2 series. So let's go ahead and look at 4-2-1. It's called Foes in the Corel Mines. It's a rank 4 mission, so we should be able to do it without too much of an issue. We're going to start by running forward, hugging the right-hand side. There's going to be a treasure chest just ahead of us. I'm going to run through here, open it up, and grab the muscle belt inside. We'll go over toward the right side and just follow the path around toward the right. There's another treasure chest here that we can collect, and then we're going to get the titanium bangle from that. Continue running the path toward the enemy, and if you stick toward the left side, you can get through it without much of a fight. We're going to apply barrier and then just start attacking the enemy. There's really nothing fancy about this enemy. It's very similar to the last one that we did, so I'm just going to let this one play out, and I'll come in at the end of the fight. I do just so happen to get the magic pot to pop up, so let's use Item Mugger. We got an iron bangle, so not very important for us, but it's good that we at least saw him pop up once. Now, like I said before, it's just a long fight. I'm going to let it play out, and I'll come in at the end.
Let me give you a hand with the flowers.
No, it's fine. These flowers, they only want to be tended to by me.
Seriously?
Bringing out the big guns.
Good luck.
Thanks.
resolved.
Well, that fight took way longer than it should have. We're rewarded with the lightning armlet, though, and we do get another mission unlocked. So let's check that one out. It's going to be mission 4-2-2. And when we look at that, we'll see that it's called Remnants in the Slums. It's a 5-star mission. We're going to begin by running just straight forward toward the big pillar ahead of us, and then we're going to go around toward the right-hand side. As we go around, we'll see that there's a treasure chest waiting for us, and we can grab an X potion. Let's move forward and get into a fight with our enemy. This is similar to the other enemies that we fought just now, but this one is accompanied by a Wutai Sergeant Major. Not very difficult, just get a couple attacks in and he'll be gone in no time. The big problem is, of course, this very large enemy. There's not a whole lot that we can do to him. We just have to slowly whittle his health down, and when that's done, we will proceed on with the next mission. So enjoy it as the rest of this fight plays out, and I'll see you at the end of the fight.
Prove your honor to... Take that! Better run for it!
You can do...
Conflict resolved.
Oh yeah!
The fight took a while, but at least we got a gold armlet out of the deal. That will complete the mission, and we will have unlocked a new mission when we get back to the outside world. This is going to be mission 4-2-3, and it's entitled Foes Inside the Shinra Building. Alright, let's start by running forward and hugging the right-hand side. I am not a huge fan of this map. I think I mentioned that before just because of how precise you have to be in a lot of the corner running. Even just a couple feet away from the edge and you're going to get into a fight. Luckily, we can escape from that one pretty easily. We'll keep hugging the right-hand side as we go around, and then when we get to the back part here, we'll start to turn left, and that will take us into this hallway where we can get out to the end and go around the room again, and then come out on the other side. We're going to open up the treasure chest just before where the enemy is waiting for us for a guard stone ×3, and now we have to fight against the boss. Now this guy, I believe you can use gravity on him and it will do lots of damage, so that is a way to quickly burn through this guy's health. It won't last forever, but at least you can cast it multiple times and take out more damage quicker than what you probably could in another way. So I'm just going to let this fight play out, and then when it's done, I'm going to pop back in and we'll move on to the next one. Our reward this time is the Blaze Armlet. Once that's all done, you'll see that we unlocked a new mission. This is going to be mission 4-2-4, so let's check it out. It's called March into Wutai, a 5-star rank mission. The final enemy here is quite a ways away. We can grab one treasure chest on the way there on the left side that will contain a muscle belt. Keep running forward and then keep turning toward the left as we go around this area. Then we're going to hug the right side wall, and then we're going to turn toward the right after all of this hallway. There's going to be 2 treasure chests on the left-hand side, so let's open both of them. The first one has a high potion, and the second one has a Spirit Up Plus materia in it. Let's continue running the path around on the left-hand side, and then we'll see another one of these large monstrosities ahead of us. He's got a mace. He is immune to gravity. Unfortunately, I know that would have been really nice to burn through his health a lot faster. We'll probably end up with either some limit breaks or some summons, and that will just help to speed things up. This guy isn't difficult as long as you follow the exact same structure as what we did before, keeping that barrier up, hitting him a few times, and then rolling out of the way before getting right back to it. These guys are pretty tough. They have a lot of HP, and when you can't use gravity, it just takes a while to go through it all. So I'm just going to let the rest of this fight play out, and I'll see you on the other side of it.
Behind you?
Are you done being busy?
Bringing out the big guns.
Is this the end?
Good luck.
Better run for it. Guns. Here we go. Oh yeah.
Conflict resolved.
That'll do it for this mission. We get the AP Up Plus materia as our reward, so it's very good for gaining lots more AP. Alright, let's dive into the next mission. It's going to be mission 4-2-5, Stubborn Wutai Remnants. It is a level 6 mission, but I think that we can handle it. You can see that the enemy is waiting for us at the end there, but we do have to go a long ways out of our way to get there. We'll just hug the left-hand wall all the way over there, and then when we get close to the enemy, we will see this treasure chest. So let's go ahead and pick it up. Inside of it is going to be an elixir. Now let's continue down the path and then over toward the right side where we'll see our enemy. It's another one of these big guys, surprise, surprise, but he is accompanied by a Bajang. He is definitely weak to ice, so go ahead and hit him with a lot of your Dark Blazzaras, and he'll be out in no time. This guy is just going to require a lot of normal attacks. I did happen to hit level 24 at this time, and we're going to do the best that we can to take him out quickly. I'm going to stop talking now for the rest of this fight because we have done the same strategy over and over again, but I will catch you at the end of this section.
Here we go! Warm-up's over. Prove your honor to me. Oh, yeah.
The big guy is down, and that completes the mission. As a reward, we're going to get the Sprint Shoes accessory, and we're going to be done completing the missions for right now. We'll pick it up in a later part, but what we want to do is go into the mission menu and see that we've completed 30% of all the missions, giving us the Rush Assault Materia, which makes it easier to farm the Angeal limit breaks. So let's take a quick look at all the missions we're not going to be completing at this time. Mission 4-2-6, the 5 Saints of Wutai. We'll come back to that one in a little while. I'm just going to freeze frame it right now so that you can follow along to make sure that you have the same numbers on the screen that I do. So for Mission 1, we're 7 out of 7. Mission 2, 4 out of 4. Mission 3 is 5 out of 5. Mission 4 is 11 out of 12. Mission 5 is 3 out of 3. Mission 6 is 11 out of 12. Mission 7 is 15 out of 16. Mission 8 is 28 out of 30. We don't have Mission 9 yet, and Mission 10 is 6 out of 6. And we have 30% completion. So if that is all good, then we're going to move on with the story and not do any more missions for the remainder of this video. Alright, if that's all good, we're going to continue on with the game by looking at the different mail that we have. We should have 5 of them that we unlocked just now through completing missions. There's one called Confidential, one for your eyes only, something you might want to know, a good deal, and finally too good to miss. So make sure that you have all of those, and then we're going to save the game and continue on with the story. So we're going to save it here, and we come in at a time of 7 hours and 8 minutes. Now let's go past the little girl, and we're going to go through the little barrier, and we will say absolutely when asked if we are ready to return to the Shinra building.
Hey!
Oh, hey Bruno.
Mister, you leaving? It's a good thing I caught you. Here, I wanted to give you this materia before you go. I promise I'll never steal again. That's why I want you to keep this for me.
We got the steel materia, which is very important for an upcoming trophy.
Hey, good for you, kid. I'm glad I was a good role model.
Mister, don't use that materia to do bad things.
Of course not.
Well, never mind that. There was one more thing I wanted to say. You're a good guy, mister. You and Aerith make a good couple.
Where is this coming from?
Between you and me, I'm pretty sure Aerith is really sweet on you, mister. Well, I'm rooting for you, okay? If you need help, come talk to me, okay? See ya!
Looks like I gained a lot of trust. Well, I'll hold on to this materia then.
By maxing out that affection with Aerith, we got the good match for Aerith trophy.
The building! Genesis! You traitor! Why do this?
We now have heightened emotions toward Aerith, so we'll be able to get her limit break more easily in this area. Going forward, you can save if you want to. It doesn't really matter. I'm going to, even though I only saved like 2 minutes ago. But whatever. We're now at 7 hours and 10 minutes. Let's run forward for a cutscene.
Good to see ya.
Activating combat mode.
Here's a couple of very weak Genesis type enemies. All we're going to do is hit them a couple times and then use our Assault Twister Plus, and we can tear right through them without much of an issue.
Conflict resolved.
Oh yeah, gotta run.
And now we've got Max. Quite the welcoming party.
We have a couple of these moth slashers. They are weak to thunder, but they're also weak to us just hitting them with a couple normal attacks and then following that up with one of our Assault Twister Pluses. So we'll just go ahead and get through that pretty easily. I leveled up yet again up to level 25 at this point. So now that that's done, let's continue moving on with another cutscene.
Oh yeah. That's enough. I'm in a hurry.
I'm surrounded. Man, there's just no end to them.
Fine. Come and get it. I'll take on all of you.
Activating combat mode.
There may be a lot of enemies here, but they go down very quickly. Just hit them with a couple normal attacks and then use the Assault Twister Plus. You'll tear right through these guys. One combo should be enough to take out any of them. So then when this fight is over, we will get another cutscene.
Resolved.
Finally, some peace. But they ate up a lot of time. Gotta hurry. Or not. I guess life's just not that simple.
Yeah, no need to remind me.
That stung. A cut above the usual riffraff, are we?
Ha! No problem.
Activating combat mode.
The G-Warrior is super easy. I'm just going to hit with a couple of Hellfire Ragas, and that battle's going to be over.
Conflict resolved.
Is that it? That's it, right? Right, I'm off.
I need your help.
Do you? Honestly, what are you thinking, Angeal?
I'm not really sure myself. At times, I feel as if my mind is mired in fog. But Zack, no matter what happens, I have to protect my honor. As long as I hold the Buster Sword. Zack, join my battle. Our enemy is all that creates suffering.
All right. I'll help you. Ah!
I'll carry you there.
No, wait,
Flying feels pretty good.
Hey, sorry.
You're late.
Sephiroth, you look thin. On to business. I'm certain Hollander has ordered Genesis to eliminate Hojo.
Hojo? As in...
Yes, the director of the Shinra Science Department. Hollander believes Hojo robbed him of his rightful position.
Then their target has to be the science department upstairs.
Forget about Hojo.
Same old Sephiroth. Fine. Then you take the lower levels. I'll go outside. Zack, go up. I leave Hojo to you.
You got it! What is Angeal up to exactly? Right now, I don't have a clue. But we're fighting together again. That's good enough for now. All right, the science department is this way. Professor, are you... Good! You're safe!
Can you please be quiet?
Hey, the building is under attack by Genesis. Their target might be you, Professor.
And so, you are my protection?
Anyway, can you come with me, please?
Degrading monsters are nothing to fear.
Are you talking about Genesis?
Indeed I am. A memento from a bygone era, when men could deem any unclassified life form an ancient.
Unclassified life form?
The celestial calamity, Genova. You need not know of it. Soldier's duty is not to think. Just follow your orders and protect me.
What's in this pod? Oh, nothing, I guess.
Are you sure? There should be something interesting inside. Why don't you take another look?
Seriously? Where is it? Professor, what?
Hey,
No need to worry. It's just a simple experiment.
there's need to worry.
Fine then. Answer me this question.
Question?
Tell me, who do you admire more right now? What do you think Shinra needs most, right at this moment? Which do you believe to be more fitting of soldier? Ah, it seems you are a soldier member of significant worth.
What's that?
Just as requested, you will be physically enhanced.
I'm not feeling as much power as I expected.
Alas, those are the limitations of yourselves. Or perhaps you want more at the expense of degradation? Like some second-rate scientist's test sample?
Whoa, looks complicated. What's that noise?
What you just did was release test sample monsters onto the lower floor.
Monsters?
Too ferocious to be of any use. I was about to get rid of them. Such timing. I charge you with their disposal.
What, me?
I will tell you something interesting. The detention cells on 67 are being used to store items. The monsters you just released each hold a key for those item storage cells. Those storage cells may be holding some useful items. If you're interested, try to get the keys from the monsters. However, how you take the keys from the monsters, you'll need to figure out yourself.
Honestly, I don't find that very interesting at all.
Even if you fail, there is no need for concern. After 3 minutes, a tranquilizer gas will be released.
Did you hear me?
If you dispose of the monsters within 3 minutes, I will not report that you were responsible for the accident.
Okay, sounds good. But tranquilizer gas, you say? Is it gonna tranquilize me as well?
You won't need to worry if you finish within 3 minutes. This will be a good test to see if you truly are a soldier.
These must be the samples. Hey! Where are you going? Whoa, 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 whoa! My eval and soldier pride is at stake! Come back here! Man, they're scattered all over the place. Gotta take them out, fast! So, I can take the items in the cells, right? The monsters have the keys to the cells. Now, how do I take them? Here I come!
Activating combat mode. Conflict resolved.
Yeah. Here we go!
Activating combat mode. Conflict resolved.
Oh yeah! There you are!
Activating combat mode.
Oh yeah!
Conflict resolved.
There you are!
Activating combat mode. Conflict resolved.
There you are!
Activating combat mode.
Bring it on!
Conflict resolved.
Yeah! Here's a cell. If I get a key, I can get in, right? No escape!
Activating combat mode. Conflict
Oh, yeah!
resolved.
Okay, all done. There's some time left. I'll check the cells before returning. Good, it's open. Good, it's open. Good, it's open. Good,
it's open. Good, it's open. Good, it's open. All the monsters are down, and I checked all the cells. Okay, going back. Professor, cleaning's done.
Ah, you disposed of the samples and ransacked every last cell. A good outing. First-rate work. Well done. I was able to acquire some intriguing data. The items you picked up are yours, but I locked all the cells once again. No more exploring for you. I must say, this is very interesting data.
That's my data. Don't use it for evil.
You seem purposeless.
Well, no. I have a purpose.
I thought you said I would have some visitors. Are you prepared to sacrifice your own life to protect this great intellect of mine?
Well, Of course you can count on me! Come and get it is what I say! I'll show them the power of the next generation of soldier firsts.
That is most encouraging. Don't lose against some failed project by a second-rate scientist. Oh? Well, look who's here. Hollander sent you, correct? You think that if you obey Hollander, he'll stop your body from degrading. Is that it? Pitiful. Just pitiful, I say.
Genesis.
A second-rate hack like Hollander couldn't cure a cold.
Genesis, that's enough!
Ah, what do we have here?
My friend, the fates are cruel. There are no dreams. No honor remains. The arrow has left. The bow of the goddess.
The entire cast of Hollander's freak show.
Shut up, you!
Loveless, Act 4.
Where the two friends challenge each other to a duel. An ancient epic. I read it thinking it might aid my research, but pure drivel.
How does the duel end?
Unknown. The last act is missing, and yet to be discovered.
There are various theories. The mysterious gift of the goddess. What is the meaning behind it? For us, at least.
Hey! Hold it, Genesis!
My soul corrupted by vengeance hath endured torment to find the end of the journey in my own salvation and your eternal slumber.
He's summoning again!
Zack, I leave this to you.
Huh?
You can do this. Trust me.
Don't leave me here! Stop! Come back! Aerith? Listen, can I call you back later? I have some company. Don't keep your guest waiting, she says.
Activating combat mode.
Take that! So this is the slums.
Something wrong?
It's just really cluttered.
So you don't like it?
Just the opposite. I'm right at home.
Hooray! I knew you'd say that, Zack.
Is that really a good thing? So this is the slums. You're in for it now!
Good luck.
Thanks. Where did everyone go?